All right. Okay, sorry y'all. I had to, let me hide that. I don't need y'all seeing that I got a mic so I don't have to talk so loudly. I'm on my laptop. Perfect. Hey guys. Hey, hey, hey. Okay, so we are back. We are back. As you guys see, I am not tech savvy, but we're getting this going. I'm communicating with my client right now, and we're gonna get her on here tonight. We're having a bomb conversation. I don't know if you guys are I don't know if you keep up with the current events. There's things going on right under our noses that this information that I'm sharing tonight can help you guys in getting ahead of the curve with this. Tonight I'm interviewing a client. She's one of the greats, and truly she's been with me since the very beginning. She's been with me since the very beginning. And in this tonight we're going to talk about how my coaching program has brought her transformation in her lifestyle. This program teaches how to structure your lifestyle, then your finances, and then your business to align with your long-term goals. And we go in that order specifically because as a life coach, my perspective is that that's the best option. So I'm going to try to get her added on here, and we're going to get started. Yes. I don't know why it says we can't. To approve it. It's still saying we can't. I'm not so sure. Oh, I think we're adding you. Fingers crossed. Fingers. I really don't believe in the fingers crossed thing, so maybe I shouldn't do that. I don't know. The whole fingers crossed, I kind of look at that as bad luck. If you believe in it, then it's real. If you don't, then, you know. So I'm a faith person. So because of that, the fingers crossed thing really don't apply. Perfect. Yay. We are here.
Dark.
Hello, hello. How are you?
Hey, can you see me
I
okay?
can't
It's really
I
dark.
can't hear you. Can you hear me?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, you can. Great, great. Maybe it's because I have this mic plugged in. Gonna see if, but not really. I don't know. Yeah, I'm gonna try it on my laptop. Okay, there we go. I can hear you now.
You can hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay.
Hi.
Hi. Sorry, it's dark. I was planning on using my laptop, so my lighting is not that great on my phone right now.
You are okay. You are okay. Of course, they can still hear you. They can still hear the conversation. So
Right.
this is perfect. How are you? How are things?
I'm doing good. I'm having a good day. How are you?
Oh, I am good. It's the first, so my mind is like 1,000 places. But honestly, I cannot complain. I cannot.
Yeah.
I am going to share this live really quickly on the business page, and then we can go ahead and get started.
Okay,
Um,
while you're at it, I'm gonna work on my camera.
okay, okay. Um, perfect. Your page. Perfect. Perfect. Okay. Okay, so we are going to get started. Again, I know you're in a different time zone, so I do not at all want to take up too much of your time. So we're going to get started. Tonight's conversation is with Farrellyn. Before we get to the introduction, tonight's conversation is solely about how she is in my True Business program and she's in the lifestyle portion. So we're structuring her lifestyle so that it can support her in structuring her finances and business with her long-term goals. So, Farrellyn, to get us started, tell us a little bit about you.
Well, I am I always start by, I'm Fairlyn. I'm a mom and a wife. I have three beautiful boys, very busy boys. They take up most of my time. I'm also a dog mom now. Uh,
Oh.
yes, I graduated from the Institute of Integrative Nutrition as a holistic health coach
Mhm.
back in 2020, last year, and
Uh-huh.
I've always been interested in being an entrepreneur, but I never really knew how to get started with that. So that brings me here.
Yes, yes. So tell us, how were you able to hear about the course? How'd you hear about us?
Um, I was scrolling on Facebook actually. Well, it really. So I had been praying, right?
Mm-hmm.
I had been praying like, oh, I want to, get a business started, but I need help. Like even in when I was in school, we had a course on business, but they just kind of flew through it. And I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
this is the important part. Why did they fly
Yeah,
through it like that? So I pray, like I know what I want to do. I know what I feel like I'm being called to do, but I'm like, but I don't know how to get there. So my 30th birthday rolled around. I went out of town, came back. I was scrolling on Facebook at that time, and I saw that you were doing a giveaway, a drawing, and I read up on what you were doing, and I'm like, I feel like I need this, like I really need her. And I'm like, if I get picked, that's a sign, that'll be
that's
a
the
sign for me,
sign. Yes,
that I'm on the right track to go ahead and get it going. And lo and behold,
you were picked. You
right.
were picked.
Yeah.
Yes, yes. That is amazing. Yes, yes, yes. So as she said, she was picked in a drawing. In a drawing. I'm a firm believer in sowing seeds. I'm a spiritual person. So because of that, I can't do anything without giving back. So as I started this, I initially from the start wanted to give back, and that's what I did. So that's how we connected and got started. So tell us, if you don't mind, tell us, how did you feel about entrepreneurship prior to us working together?
um let's see. So entrepreneurship for me, it seemed difficult yet attainable.
Yeah.
And yeah, it seemed difficult mainly because like after doing research and even taking classes on it in health coaching, it was still just a blur to me.
Hmm.
Um I just I couldn't fully grip it, especially when it came down to the money part of it, and projections and things like that. I just feel like I needed one-on-one, and it
Yeah.
seemed attainable because I would see other entrepreneurs. I'm like, so I know it can
Yes,
be
you
done.
know it can be
Yes.
done.
So it's like,
Yeah.
mm-hmm.
Yes, yes, yes. Okay, so now that time has passed, do you, is it safe to say that you feel more qualified to be a full-time entrepreneur?
Absolutely. Um, yeah, absolutely. And hopefully you don't mind me sharing one of the exercises you
I
had me do
don't.
with that. The one where you had me to type up like why I'm qualified. Like that was an
Yes,
eye opener for me, and I really
yes.
needed that. It kind of strengthened my self-worth and showed me how I really do have something to give and to offer the world, you know.
Absolutely, absolutely. And honestly, that's something that since working with you, I've added to the curriculum permanently. I realize that even the entrepreneurs that know what they offer, know what they bring to the table, sometimes we get jaded. We're human too. We get
Mhm.
discouraged. We go through the motions just like anyone else. So, in that, it's always the practical things that we can do to support us as we endure this journey. And writing that contract to yourself is definitely a tool that I keep in my back pocket. I have my contract on my desk, literally, and I read it every day and I remind myself who I am, why I'm qualified, as I instructed you. And as she said, it definitely it enhances your courage and it reminds you that you are qualified,
Mhm.
regardless of the of the external opinions, the expectations, regardless of
Mhm.
any of that, you're more than qualified.
Absolutely.
Yes. So, my next question for you, um, has this program helped you overcome your financial fears at all? And if so, how?
Financial fears. Yeah, it has actually. Because entrepreneurship or starting a business, like in general, is scary because it involves taking risks.
Hmm.
And it takes a lot of faith. And
Absolutely.
yeah, like both the noun faith and the verb, like it takes
Yeah.
action. So since I've been working with you, I've been learning and understanding that starting from like a solid foundation and preparing financially kind of eliminates the fear of the unknown.
Hmm.
Like the more solid you are in that, it kind of takes away from, just that uncertain, uncertainty.
It does. It does. And thank you so much for sharing that. And this is Fairland's perspective prior to her entering the financial phase of the program. So, financially, just to confirm what you said, it's safe to say that you're overcoming your financial fears and your decision making
Hmm.
because you feel more strengthened in understanding that it takes risks. Is that
Yes,
correct?
absolutely. Yeah.
Okay, great, great. And then just so you guys know, the finance part of the curriculum, oh my God, it's all inclusive. It includes the financial literacy training. It has list of grants for us women, and that's for women entrepreneurs in general. That's something that's newly added to the training because that's something that I invested in the midst of us getting started. So, of course, when we first got started, I had the business credit and the personal credit information. However, now on top of the business and personal credit how to, I now have the list of grants and how to access that information. So, of
Yes.
course, that also eliminates fear for you as well because you're like, once I get to that phase, I know I have the how to. Is that correct?
The resources, absolutely. And that's so
Yes,
important to getting started, having those resources.
absolutely. It is.
Mhm.
Absolutely. So, my next question would be, what ways has this program supported you in preparing for entrepreneurship?
One of the ways this program has supported me is providing the step-by-step process through the curriculum. And I love the fact that it actually tracks your progress. I love lists, like
Yes.
things that I can check off. Like that's how
Uh-huh.
I learn, that's how I get things done. So
Hmm.
yeah, I definitely love the online curriculum, and I also love our one-on-one meetings.
Yes.
They really help prepare with overcoming like obstacles that get in the way, like during the week, like just
Hmm. Yes.
unforeseen things, and being able to chat with you about those obstacles, and we come up, with a plan on how to move forward, or move around it, or being able to actually, penetrate those goals.
Yes. Yes, yes. I love it. I love it. Of course, you have me over here giddy. I'm like, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, it works. She knows it. Okay. So I know with us now, we're going to talk a little bit more about the life coaching because that's where we are in your process. Um, as you said, just to clarify, you've been provided the business information, the finance information, but
Mhm.
you're at the life portion solely because that's the pace you're wanting to take. Is that correct?
Absolutely. Hmm.
Okay, perfect. And is that something you would say is a good part of this program, the fact that you can go at your pace?
Oh, absolutely. Especially, so we were at first we were headed more so straight into the business part, and you were able to identify exactly what was holding me back.
Yes.
So that's why I'm like, it seems it's like it's tailor made for me. We were able to pivot to
Oh my,
what was needed and just tackle on that obstacle, which is the
yes.
lifestyle part of it for me, with me being, busy and me just being me. So
Yes. As I said in the first live that we did, as I said, literally, there are tons of entrepreneurs. The what's the word? The percentage for entrepreneurs is skyrocketing. It's skyrocketing. It's at an all-time
Mhm.
high. And that's because we're more knowledgeable, we're more aware, and that's great. But the fail rate is still what it is. It hasn't changed. And that's because entrepreneurs don't always know how important or impactful it is to structure their lifestyle, their decision making, their schedule, their goal setting, and even how to track their progress. They don't know that. So
Yeah.
that's why this program specifically is so important because it helps you in doing getting the lifestyle portion together first. So because business is just a checklist. It's just a checklist.
Hmm. Yeah.
Yes. This is a good one. What would you say is a highlight of this program for you? I know you mentioned the coaching sessions, but is there anything else?
Oh, it's hard to choose just one because I feel like when we talk, like each time it's like a level up for me. So it's like,
Yes,
let's
yes.
see. So I think, let's see, the part that really did it for me is when you told me to write like an autobiography about who I am, where I come
Mhm,
from. And at first I didn't fully understand like why you had me do that until I
mhm.
actually did it. And then I remember during our very first session, you stressed to me how important it is to be confident when being an entrepreneur. That was our very first session. And then I
Yes,
was like, oh man, if I got to be confident, I'm messed up now. Like I remember thinking that, but by you
yes,
doing those exercises with me, I'm able to like build confidence based on knowing who I am and what I have to offer. So that was a
absolutely.
highlight for me. Like that was like life changing, really.
Yes, yes, as it should be. And honestly, everything that I can say I've put in this program, honestly, those were things that I needed when I started and I couldn't find it. Like there weren't people around in this area. And by the time I did find the support, they were in the South. So because of that, like I know what's needed, I know where it's needed, and I'm so happy that it's helping you.
Yeah.
So, let's see. Oh, so if there was something that you can add to this offer, something that you think could help other entrepreneurs, is what would that be? Or do you not think there's something that should be added?
I don't think so. I mean, you covered the whole, you know, yeah, I can't think of anything to
Okay.
add. Yeah, you covered the business part of it because okay, so I can go based off my last when I was in school, their business program.
Mm-hmm.
No, I'm not knocking them or anything, but it was just very like robotic. But you help pull out the passion, like why are you doing this,
Yeah.
and the lifestyle. You tackle those obstacles, help to build. You're helping to build an entrepreneur, basically. Like you're making an entrepreneur out of me. You're preparing me for the
Yes.
business, not just preparing the business. So
Yes.
That's
Yes.
all we need. Like, that's all we need.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I love it. I love it. And thank you. I that makes me happy to hear, simply because I'm human, I have my down days, and some days I may think like, am I still delivering in the capacity that I did in the beginning? So it's always good to hear that. So thank you.
Well, thank you.
So, during one of our sessions, we spoke about monthly income goals. Has this program helped you feel more empowered to attain those goals or not so? Like, can you tell me how your experience was in your income goals?
So how's my experience in my monthly income goals? Um, so starting off, I didn't have any because I always had trouble with projections and
Yes.
how to get started. Like, I'm like, okay, there's business loans. Do I separate business money from money in my home? Like, I just didn't know, you
Mm-hmm.
know, what that would look like,
Yeah.
in my life, in my situation. So yeah, this has definitely helped me with that. Especially with like putting it down on paper, like having an actual monthly goal and then seeing like how many clients I would need to tap them on, just go how much to just be straight to it, how much I would need to like charge. And because I was a little shy of that, like how much do I charge? And you just going
Yes.
straight to it, like, no, don't be afraid of money. Like, you have to, know these things. And that was so important.
Yes.
Yeah.
And can I clarify just a little bit of that? Okay, so basically, you are absolutely right. And honestly, this is like a highlight of my experience as a coach. All of you guys, including myself, all of my clients have experienced that initial, no, I don't want a whole lot of money a month. I just want to cover my bills and have a little left over. And that's great. But as you say, pick a number. I encouraged you, pick a number, stand on that number, and now let's figure out how to make your business work for your goals. So in that transformation that you all receive, I see the light bulb go off, and it's like, okay, I did it, because that's something that I did in corporate, and it's something that, had I not done in corporate, I would not be a successful entrepreneur right now. So I know for sure it'll impact you guys' journey, and that's why that's so important to include in the curriculum. So thank you for sharing that.
One more thing I wanted to talk about with that, or share, was when you told me about the exit plan. Ooh, the
Yeah,
exit plan,
I
like putting
forgot
time
all
on it.
about the. Oh
Yeah,
my God. Yes, I
exit
forgot
plan.
all
That's
about the exit
important.
plan.
When trying to switch over to be a full-time entrepreneur, you have to have an exit plan. And when you told me that, I'm like, that was mind blowing. Like, that's part of a goal. Like, how long am I really going to be on this job? Because I
Yes,
have to prepare myself to leave, because
yes,
I'm going to be a full-time entrepreneur. So I can't do this. I can't be here
all
working
the
for you
time.
people. Like,
Yes, and honestly, think about it. I was one of the, I know for myself, I don't know if you know anyone like this, but I always had the heart of an entrepreneur. I always wanted it, but I knew corporate was tradition. Working, being an essential worker, working that job, that was tradition. That's what everybody expected from me, because that was safe. So to be presented the opportunity, it's like, I want entrepreneurship, but I myself was scared. And I didn't even consider exit strategy at that time. So to hear that, it's mind blowing. I believe you in it. I see it. And I wish I'd known then, because maybe I wouldn't have been so tied to my job. And the other workers out there that are still working and they want the business, maybe if they set the goals first, that's how they can loosen their reins on the job.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I know sometimes we get pulled out of our jobs, and we can't buck up against it,
You
Most times, like,
can't.
it's time to go and start this, this new journey,
Uh-huh.
then it's time to go. But sometimes there's a little decision in between there, and it's good to have an exit plan. So I was super glad that you shared that with me.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Let's see. So, is it safe to say that now you are more aware of the steps to take in order to have a successful business?
I am more aware of it, and I'm still in it, so it's like
Yeah.
I don't know everything quite yet because we haven't gotten there, but I am, more aware. I always know what's next on the list. um with working with you, I always know what's next, what we're up against, like what I need to do next and all of that. I don't know exactly what's at the end of the finish line because for the
Yeah.
businesses, but I'm not there yet. But that's one of the things that I enjoy is I always know what's going on, what's next. I'm able to stay on task, which is way less stressful than it would be if I was trying to do this on my own. Way less stressful.
Yes. Yes. And I remember I only had one coach when I started with you guys. Okay, this question is not at all included in what I planned on asking you, but has there been a shift in our sessions or anything? Has there been any sort of positive shift you've noticed since the time we started till now? Um, as a result of me getting extra coaching. Like I've gotten business coaching and marketing coaching, and I've gotten it all. Do you experience perks from that? Can you share anything?
Absolutely. With the questions and the marketing and you give me more options, of which way I can do things. Now,
Yeah.
like, oh, you can hire someone to do the marketing for you, or you could do it yourself. If you want to do it yourself, here's this program. Like, it's just
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
having more options, and I like having options that way it can be more custom. Like, I love when things are from the heart, like so it
Absolutely.
definitely there was a shift with that.
Okay, perfect. Thank you. Thank you. So yes, as a coach, and you're a health coach yourself. So as a coach, we all know all coaches need coaches. All life doers need life coaching. All business
Mhm.
owners need business coaching. Like it's just a thing. So it's really good to hear that in me getting coaching, you guys are reaping benefits from that. So that's exciting. Um, I know you shared that I know you shared the tip about me telling you as far as the contract, the personal contract. If you ever get jaded or feel a little less confident, then go back to that contract of who you are, what Fairland is about, what her goals are, so that you're reminded and that confidence is strengthened. Is there any other tips similar to that one that I've shared with you to help you in your process?
Similar to that one.
Or not so similar? Any tips at all that's helped you?
Okay. I know one of the tips is early on, when we were talking about my goals,
Mm-hmm.
is how it's good to know, like what I need to do. And by knowing what to do, I'm able to accomplish the goal. Like, okay, wait, I'm sorry.
It's
So
okay.
setting the goal. So they're setting the goals, which
Mm-hmm.
is something we learn to do, in high school. They're setting the goals, but when you're digging into it and see what steps you need to take in order to accomplish those goals, that's when it's like real deal. And that's what you had me do. Like, what steps do I need to take to accomplish these goals? Of course,
Okay.
when I expressed it, you told me the right things, the right way to do it.
Yeah.
But that helped me out a lot. And then another tip is like creating a solid foundation with that. And that way I can use that foundation in order to align um to align everything and recalibrate if I need to. Like if the foundation is solid, I can go back to it. Recalibrate.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So just to recap what you said, basically you said that you know how to goal set. However, in setting your goals, I taught you how to reverse engineer those goals and
Mhm.
organize those goals so that you can curate a process to attain them. Is that
Yep.
correct?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. That was the first one. And then the second one, I'm not going to lie, I completely forgot. Can you please
I was
repeat it?
babbling. I'm excited, so I'm just babbling.
Yes, yes.
I'm sorry.
It's
Um,
okay.
I think it was about creating a solid foundation. That way I
Oh
can
my,
always recalibrate
yes.
um back to that solid thing and maybe go a different route if I need to, but I'll still have that solid foundation.
I love the fact that you are using the exact terminology that I use. It goes to show that you really get it and that it clicks and you remember. So I'm excited about that. And yes, as far as the foundation, if you set a foundation, I have a couple of notes for y'all. If you set a solid foundation for your business, you can get jaded all you want. You will always find your way back to where you're supposed to be. You can always
Mhm.
realign yourself into the direction of your goals. And entrepreneurship, life, anything external can get us confused. The moment you exchange energies with something or someone, you can automatically um get out of alignment with the purest version of you. So in
Mhm.
your business, in your life, knowing how to structure your foundation is so important. In business, a foundation is what's your vision for the business, what's your mission for your company. Beta testing, you have to test your products, services, make sure that they actually give what they're supposed to give, okay?
Yeah.
You have to do all of that. So in the business curriculum, foundation is almost a whole separate phase, but I teach you guys how to structure your foundation so that it aligns with everything else. So, no matter what choices you have to make, what decisions you're torn between, I'll always
Mhm.
refer you back to the foundation and that'll get you the answer. As a coach, I've learned I don't really like to give my clients the answers. So, that's my way of not doing that by having
Mhm.
them create their foundation and they do the work on their own. I just support them. Is that
Yeah.
correct?
Mhm. That's
Okay,
true. That's so
great,
true.
great, great. And honestly, I think we covered everything way faster than we anticipated. We talked about the tips, we talked about monthly income goals. You are not at all at the financial part of your phase, but we did speak about monthly income goals. And that's
Mhm.
important because as entrepreneurs, it's already a lot. It's already scary. So I like to tackle the biggest part, which is finances. So knowing how to align your financial goals and everything else with those goals will help you in getting it all done. So we talked about life coaching, highlights of the program, and we talked about you. Is there anything else you would like to add before we go?
Um, no, we did just kind of, yeah.
We
But you
Yes.
know it flows with us. So.
It, this is our sessions. It is honestly, guys. This is a prime example of our sessions. It's just two women supporting each other because there's
Mhm.
times where I've shared with Fairlyn like. I'm sorry, I gotta do better. I'm not sleeping because I've been working. So repeat what you just said. So this is a prime example of our sessions, and I'm happy you guys got a chance to see it. So
Yes.
I think I'm gonna stay on for a little bit. If you'd like, you can go ahead and exit out. Thank you so much for doing this
Oh,
with
my
us. I
pleasure. My pleasure.
appreciate it.
Thank you. Thank you. My pleasure. Anytime.
Yes, Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Bye. So I'm going to stay on here, guys. And you guys just witnessed a live interview with me and my client, Farrellyn. She is actually my Georgia client. Oops, sorry. She's my Georgia client. So she's in Georgia and my assistant is in Georgia. So Georgia is kind of like a permanent spot for me in a business tip. And it's so exciting. However, I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for clients like Farrellyn or if it wasn't for my decision making. I saw me being here last year at this time. Last year when they told me your job is closing, you have 30 days until you're unemployed. I could have took another job in Missouri. I could have. I didn't want to. I told them no. They called me back months later and I told them no. I lied to my family so they could stay out my business. I protect my goals and it is what it is. I told them later in life and I'm here. So you see how it's a process? You see how entrepreneurship is a whole process? However, in Fairland's case, she linked with a business coach that happened to be a life coach and she got it all. She has the information on how to structure her lifestyle first, then the information on how to structure her finances. Then we get into business. As a life coach, I can't just throw you guys all of my financial information I have. If I don't build you up to be that leader, as she said, to actually know how to make the decisions, I have the how-to on getting the hundreds of thousands of dollars in financial funding of other people's money, as they say. But none of that matters if you don't know how to spend it. None of that matters if you don't know what goals, what ultimate goals that you love to attach to your legacy. So this thing runs deep for me. This thing runs deep. I am a country girl from a city, East St. Louis. So in that, I'm nothing fancy. I'm nothing fancy. I'm just another girl from around the way. Could be, but I chose different for myself. And in choosing different, I like to show you guys how it pays off because it does. There are times where I could have taken different routes. There are times where I could have made different choices and I didn't. And I'm not saying it's always easy. I won't say that. It's not always easy. There are days where I still don't always have it figured out. However, I hit the ground running every single day. I stand on what I need. I stand on what I want. And I teach my clients how to do the same thing. And in that, honestly, you see it. The results are there. Fairlyn she's a mom, she's a wife, and she's learning to structure her life, then her finances, then her business to support her in entrepreneurship. I don't know if you guys are aware. Now we're just gonna have conversation. I don't know if you guys are aware, but we are in a full-fledged recession. We're in a full-fledged recession. What are you gonna do to support yourself, to support your babies? What is your plan? What is your plan? What is your plan? We know in recessions, jobs can close, companies can go bankrupt, things can go up, things can go down, things can change completely. And it changes in ways that are out of our control. What do you do? What do you do? What do you do? So that's why this is important. And again, I teach my clients to structure their lifestyle first, then structure their finances, then their business. I can't just give it all away because if you don't have your lifestyle structured to support everything you build, you're going to lose it just like that. And you're going to be back at the drawing board starting over. I know because I've done it. I've lost it all and gotten it all back at least twice now at the age of 27. So because of that, everything I speak on is from experience. And again, I have the knowledge. And in my curriculum, as Fairlyn said, there are practical things that I teach my clients to support them in actually handling their hindrances, handling the big problems, so the small ones handle themselves. So in that, Excuse me. Y'all got to excuse me. As an entrepreneur, I had a good week. I went to a baseball game, I went to a concert, and I had Memorial Day. So I've been working on my voice all day for this. So please excuse me. But literally, it's important. It's so important. It's so important. I can't stop saying it. To surround yourself with the type of folks, with the style of folks who have the mindset you have. It starts with mindset. It starts with mindset. It starts with mindset. And as I tell my clients things, I go and I apply it myself. And that's how I realize I have something to offer. That's why I'm here. And that's why I encourage you guys. Don't stop. Don't stop. Stop for what? Stop for who? Like, it's it starts with your goals though. It starts with your decision making. It starts with your goals and it starts with your decision making. And we could be productive all day long, but our productivity may not equate to progress if you don't do it the right way. And honestly, speaking from experience, if you structure your lifestyle, your schedule, all the lifestyle type of stuff, if you structure that, how you eat, how you sleep, get it in order. Stop running from the hard stuff. I know what it's like to deal with the rat race, feeling like I got to do this, I got to do that. Oh, I can't get ahead. It's always something. That is not how we're supposed to live. That is not the life we're supposed to live. That's not the lifestyle we're supposed to live. However, we won't get to the other side of life until we change our decision making, until we change our choices. And it starts with your lifestyle. It starts with your lifestyle. And that's it. That's all. That's it. That's all. So I encourage you guys, still pursue your dreams as an entrepreneur, still attain your goals, build your credit, fix your credit, get the business, do it all. I'm not knocking it. I'm just saying do it in an order that's going to save you some steps. You don't want to have to do it all and then do it all over again. Learn from me. Learn from me. I've lost it all and gotten it all back twice now. Twice now. So because of that, you can do it. However, don't do it. Y'all don't do it. Learn from me, please. Don't do it all and get it all back. All it takes, sacrifice a season. I've said that. Sacrifice a season. You can lose it all and get it all back. But it starts with us being honest. It starts with us being honest, making choices. What do you want? What do you want? And after you realize what you want, align your lifestyle, then tackle those finances, and then start the business. Why do I say that? That's just my perspective. I say that because in my research, entrepreneurs typically fail within the first 5 years of business. However, franchises always succeed within their first 3 years. Why? Franchises have one way of doing every single business. Every single branch they have, they run it in that one way. Versus small businesses, get it out the mud. So because of that, I'm here to support us with the resources, with the knowledge, with the strategies that they don't teach us in schools. We always say, oh, they don't teach us that. Well, at what point do you activate the will to learn? Right? So in that, I'm here to spark something. God has called me to do something, and it's time to be obedient. It's time to be obedient. So in that, I have to do it. I have to do it. It don't always feel good. Accountability don't always feel good, but it's time. It's time to make the decisions. And I'm not saying it's going to be easy. I just made a really tough decision that it took me months. It took me months to make this decision, but it's the best decision I could have made for my life. It's the best decision I could have made for my business. It's the best decision I could have made for me resting. It takes a lot to run a business and a house and a dog and a this and a that. It takes a lot, but I want what I want. And I want to be a prime example of if you want what you want, you just might get it. You want what you want, you just might get it. When that job told me they were closing, okay, y'all closed, I'm going to go left. It's all right. I'm gonna go left. And in me going left, I don't regret it at all. Me going left is how I got the dog. Me going left is how I got the lifestyle. Me going left is how I got the wardrobe and the finances and the this and the that. So it starts with decision making. It starts with decision making. This room, this office, when I moved in this house, this was a hair room. To my right is still my salon chair. I probably will never get rid of it because I don't want to forget where I came from. However, it's important to remind ourselves your reality has nothing to do with your destiny. It doesn't. It doesn't at all. Your reality is actually sent to distract you from pursuing destiny. So that's why it's up to you. It's up to us to surround ourselves with like-minded folks to support us in where we're going, to support us in what we're doing. And you can have it all and lose it all if your mind isn't right. You can have it all and lose it all if your decision making isn't right. Think about how many entrepreneurs start and fail within the first 5 years. It starts at lifestyle. It starts at mindset. I can teach you how to get the finances. I can teach you how to do the this. I can teach you how to start the business. But if you don't have the mindset to be disciplined, to handle the hard problems, to ignore the naysayers, to make the decisions for yourself, to make the best decisions for yourself, you may lose it. You may lose it. And that's speaking from experience. You may lose it. I've lost things and I've set things down. So because of that, it all starts, as Fairlyn said. And just in case you guys missed our interview, I just did a live interview with one of my clients. It's such a blessing. I'm a full-time life coach. I'm a full-time business coach, and I support my clients in structuring their lifestyles, then their finances, then their business. And I go in that order specifically because I've done it all separately. I got the credit cards and all that last year. I did the business how to. I've been running business taxes for longer than I even need to say. So because of that, I have the how to, but I've learned as an entrepreneur, if your lifestyle doesn't support it, if your mindset, your character isn't in alignment with what you're building may just break. It may. So as a life coach, I've laid it all on the line. I've laid it all on the line as a life coach, as a business coach, and as a human, just to put us people of color in the position we need to be in so we all can have a seat at the table. It's time out. We are in a recession, just in case you guys did not know. Gas prices are high, food prices are high, and this recession just may last until the next election. So what are you going to do? What are you gonna do? Think about it. They raised the what was it? The fast food minimum wage prices. They raised that last year, the year before, and then now prices are gouging. Think about it. Think about it. Think about it. Yeah. Prices are gouging. And I have my foot in a couple different doors in the entrepreneurship world. So because of that, the proof is there. Prices are gouging. The dollar, as they say, is losing its value. So because of that, what are you going to do? Seriously, what are you going to do to balance the books personally and in your business? What are you going to do? And honestly, I remember the last recession. I was in high school. I remember the last one. It was tough. Gas was almost $6. My mom was a single mom with 3 children. So because of that, my faith runs deep. That's why I encourage you guys to do this. My faith runs deep. However, we got to match that faith with work. And it starts with our decision making. And it's not hard. I'm sorry. And it's not easy. It's not easy. It's not easy. However, we have moms that not only want to start businesses, but they want to start it for their children. And they're tapping into the courage. They're tapping into the courage. They're getting the knowledge. Don't let us do it alone. Join us. We will help you. You are not alone. I suffered as an aspiring entrepreneur for about 3 years because I was overweight and insecure. I'm going to just call it what it is. I suffered as an aspiring entrepreneur for about 3 years because I was overweight and insecure, and I was surrounding myself with negative Nancy's who were jealous simply because of my lifestyle. that I can't control. Sorry, I got a good supportive family, you know, but my mind wasn't right. I was entertaining the friends. I was calling them to kick it when really I should have been handling my business. So because of that, life happened to me. Life happened to me, but I'm back and I'm better to show y'all you can reinvent the wheel, which is you. You are the wheel. You are the wheel. Reinvent it. Start today. Start today. Start today. And that's why I'm here. That's why Fairland and I sacrifice our evening. She's a mom. She's a wife. I'm sure she has a list of things to do. So I'm so grateful that she was able to join us tonight. But it's so important, y'all. It's so important. And again, I'm a life coach. I'm a business coach, but I didn't start here. This started 2 years ago, end of 2020. End of 2020, I got promoted. And honestly, I had one foot out the door. I had just purchased my life coach certification. Rushed through it, y'all. I rushed through it because I thought my job was about to play me again. So I had one foot out the door and I ended up getting a promotion. So because I got that promotion, I was sitting on a cosmetology license. I was sitting on life coaching certification. And then my promotion lasts 5 months and they tell me my job gonna close. I have a mom who's been in management since she was pregnant with me. I know what longevity looks like. And if corporate America had longevity for this girl, I would have got it. So because I didn't get it, I knew for sure God called me to do different. And I know I'm not alone. I know I'm not alone. I know for sure. I'm from the city. I'm from the city. I know what our talent looks like. I went to East St. Louis and Cahokia. Shout out to both of us. How about that? So because of that, I know what it looks like. Like they say, I'm from both sides of the track. So because of that, I know what it looks like. I know what the talent's like. And I know what we go through. I know what we go through. Suffering in life simply because we had outdated textbooks as kids. Come on now. Like we are below the baseline. We below the baseline. And my job, my purpose, my mission as a life coach, as a business coach, is to support us in raising the bar. Not only are we going to surpass that baseline, we raising a bar. It's time out. It's time out. And I don't have children yet, but I guarantee you, what I had to deal with in corporate, mine won't. Mine won't. Honestly, I know earlier this week, last week, I spoke to you guys. I'll tell you guys a really quick story. So when I was in corporate, I was wanting to get promoted. And wanting to get promoted, I had to do an interview with a panel of folks, a video interview like this. And I had to answer all these complex business questions to get this promotion, to get a $20,000 raise, basically. So I answered the questions. No, I get on the video to do the call. As I get on this video, there's a man and he says, "Oh, who we interviewing now? Aretha Franklin?" And I'm Aretha Franklin. And at the time, I had long curly hair. So because of that, oh, you trying to be funny. But I went ahead, I did the interview because I knew what I wanted. And I take care of me. I let God handle the rest. I take care of me. I knew what I wanted, so I did that interview. Literally, within a month, I found out that I called corporate. Y'all know I called corporate. I can't let that slide. Y'all gonna hear about it. But within a month, I was notified that out of 100 candidates, I scored number 7. I scored number 7. They fired that whole panel. And by the next season, I got my promotion. So I'm saying that to say, whatever is for you is for you. Delete social media. Do like me and hire an assistant if you have to, so that you don't have to be on it. Protect your energy, but handle your business. Protect your energy, but handle your business. Because at the end of the day, that's all you got. That's all you got. One income ain't enough nowadays. It's not. It's not. It's not. And systematically, a job's income just ain't for this girl. I'm sorry. It's not. It is what it is. I ran from it for years. I'm not doing that no more. If you don't like to hear that, then you could exit the live, because I'm sorry. That's just my style. However, I surrounded myself with the folks who had the mindset. My business coach told me he had $10,000 in personal credit. $10,000 in personal credit. Cleared it out for an idea. And to this day, he's a celebrity life coach. Come on now. Come on now. I got things connected to I got things connected to me. I got things connected to me and my business and my company and my clients. I go hard for us. I invest in us. I invest in us. However, in me doing that, it started where? It started where? Here. It started in the midst of me thinking this hair room just ain't popping. Let me think about getting a desk. Let me think about doing this. My job closed. So because of that, I turned it into an office anyway. And look at things now. God saw all of that. God had his hand in all of that. Honestly. So to be a full-time life coach, doing what I'm doing, it's a blessing. It's a blessing. I'm coaching clients who are coaches like myself. I have a client who's a photographer. I have a client who's in the cannabis industry. I have a client who is in HVAC. I have clients who are felons. Honestly, I'm doing what I'm doing for a reason. However, it's up to us to make the decisions. The help's out there. The help is out there. If you don't know the information, it's out there. But it starts with your decision making. And we all know these smartphones, real smart nowadays. I could say something about a Pandora bracelet and it's popping up on my phone the next day. So because of that, what you say, your phone will pick up and it'll put in your feed. So if you want it, you could go get it just that quick. However, you got to want it and you got to make a decision. I lost viewers when I put the accountability on y'all, just saying. But that's how it is. As a life coach, I got to hold my clients accountable. I got to hold y'all accountable. And I love y'all. I was raised to believe that we all are a reflection of each other. And I still believe that. So in that, it hurt me when I walk around and see us women not even speaking to each other. It hurt me when I walk around and I see us people just living lives of misery and hate and bitterness and jealousy. Why? Why? When you could have it all just like me. Why? So because of that, I'm going to support us in changing our mindsets. I'm going to support us in changing our lifestyles and structuring our lifestyle, structuring our finances, structuring our business in that order. In that order. Because if you don't go in that order, you could get it all and lose it all in less than a year. Seen it, done it, been there, done that. That's why I'm saying it. I'm speaking from experience. We all know there's the lotto winners. There's the lotto winners who may get a bag overnight and lose it within a season. So because of that, don't allow that to be you. And it's time for us to, let me introduce the concept to y'all, and then I'm going to let y'all go. I'm going to introduce the concept and I'm going to let y'all go. One of my coaches informed me that as a CEO, I don't even know if I've told this to my clients that are on here. It's in the CEO training, but I don't know if whatever. At any rate, she told me it's important as a CEO or a leader in a company, you have to time travel. Let me tell you what that is. Time traveling is spending some time with your vision, spending some time with what you see for yourself in your life. Spend time with who that person is, what her discipline looks like, what his discipline looks like, what his consistency, decision making, what her decision making looks like. Sit with it. Sit in it. Take a day if you need to. And then go back and relay that message to your current self. Then hit the ground running. From there, you can't do anything but prosper. You can't do anything but prosper. As they say, faith without works is dead. Match the two and let's get it going. Let's get it going. It's important for us to time travel. Look at the times we're in. We're in a recession. Just in case you guys missed it. Gas prices are high. Food prices are high. Minimum wage is what it is. Our companies that we work for control our paychecks. So because of that, is that really ideal for a recession? Is my question. Is that really? And if it's not, okay, great. What can you offer the marketplace to guarantee your lifestyle, your future, something, to guarantee you something? You know how they be like, I just want some. Like, you got to guarantee yourself something. You have to. That's the only way you're going to get it. And newsflash, it's nobody's responsibility but ours. Nobody's. We could blame the school systems. We could blame our parents, our ancestors. They talk about us being resilient, and we like to talk about, oh, well, they weren't bold enough. No, they times was different. They times were so different. So because of that, the best we could do is focus on us. Focus on our times. Focus on our decision making, what we could do to get us where we want to be. Right? What are you going to do? What are you going to do? And staying tapped in with the current events. What's going on around me? What's going on here versus in other states? That's what get me to this place where I'm like, ooh, let me share the knowledge. Let me share the knowledge. So it's important for us to make these decisions. And it's not, oh my gosh, yes. It's giving me the same chills. I'm over here sweating just in case. I got all these lights in front of me. I'm sorry. But literally, it's giving me the exact same chills because I know what it's like. And I know for sure, I don't at all doubt that we're going to make it through this recession. I know we're going to make it. If my mom made it as a single mom with 3 children, oh, I know we're going to make it through the recession. That's not my concern. However, my concern is we all focusing on building our credit, getting our money up, starting a business, doing the business credit. If you don't structure your mind, your life, and plan like you got it till you get it, when you get it, you're going to lose it. Then have to start all over. I don't want that for y'all. I did it. I remember my very first apartment. I got to a place, y'all, I couldn't get it right. I was having trouble with the law. I couldn't get it right. I was having trouble with the law. I couldn't even apply for a credit card. I was so just not handling my business. So what did I do? I made the decision to move back with my mom. Lost it all and got it all back. I didn't have to lose it all. I got promoted when I made that decision. That's why I moved back with my mama. That money looked better in my pocket than my landlord's. So I was real intentional. However, do you guys see how my intentional decision making time and time again has gotten me somewhere? The decision to not exit off of that interview when he called me Aretha Franklin. That decision got me the promotion. That promotion got me the experience. That experience got me to equip to being a full-time entrepreneur. Without that experience of running the front, back, marketing, and everything of a business by myself, without that experience, I wouldn't be this good. I wouldn't at all whatsoever. However, doing that, eating stuff that I ain't want to have to eat, eating stuff I feel like I ain't deserve. Yeah, I did it, but it paid off for me. It paid off for me. I see so many people, I almost forget that I'm losing weight until I see a family member and they like, girl, you gonna disappear. And it's like, oh my God, I forgot. So sometimes I'm telling you, just get knee deep in that thing. That's all I can tell y'all. Get knee deep in that thing. Find your purpose. Cut that social media off. Do like me, hire an assistant so you ain't got to see it and call it what it is. Call it what it is. Because at the end of the day, we all we got. We all we got. Yes, we have the family and the friends and the babies and the this and the that. But honestly, if you lose all that, then what? You got you. So because of that, don't forget you. I know Fairland's on here. Erica's on here. Those are clients of mine. I know for sure. I told them, I don't negotiate prices with my clients. I always encourage them, raise your price and stand on it. Why? Your price is your piece of the pie. We not sacrificing our piece of the pie. That's cooked. That's dead. We not doing that. That's cooked. So because of that, what we're going to do is make sure We take care of us. We invest in us. We put our all in us. Come on now, especially the ones who are parents, because y'all are more qualified than this girl. I'm going to call it what it is. I see so many. I see Keisha on here. Marche, I went to high school with you. Hey, girl, I know for sure you more than qualified than me. With them babies, beautiful babies you got. So because of that, it's folks on here who are definitely qualified. Johnson, I don't know if I know you, but if you have babies, if you don't, I'm sure you qualified to be an entrepreneur. I have a dad who's a felon, just enrolled in my program. Why? Because felons can get it too. Felons can, and this is the way out for our felons. No lie. This is the only way out for our felons. So because of that, come on now. We know how systems are. We know how systems are. So because of that, our felons that are out there, they can have their way. My dad is literally, I ain't telling all my business or his, because y'all gonna see this later in life. Let's just say he's supporting his house. He's supporting his household plus some with his income. And literally, I coach my clients through structuring high ticket offers so we can have our way in this thing called life. We shouldn't have to deal with being overworked and underpaid in entrepreneurship. I'm just saying. So structuring your life, then your finances, then your business is key. That's key. You can have the business funding. You can do it all. You can start the business. You can have all the clients. You can do it all. But if you don't have the operations, the structure, the foundation, you'll lose it. You'll lose it. And that's why coaching is important. So folks can actually support you and looking, seeing through the gaps, seeing what you can't see, honestly. So it's important for us to structure our mindsets. You have to structure your mindset. There are so many business owners. As I say, the rate for business owners that are still registering their businesses, the rates are skyrocketing. However, the failure rate is what it is for small businesses. But for our franchises, for our corporate companies, their success rate is lit. Why? Why? Because they have operations manuals, they have standards, and they're not getting it out the mud. So it's time for us small business owners to stop playing us small so we can actually align ourselves with the board of directors that we need. Board of directors, get you a team of folks who think like you so they can support you in getting where you want to be. You can have the funding for your business. You can have a business coach, but without structuring your lifestyle with that, it still may be hard. You still will deal with procrastination, deal with inconsistency or being overwhelmed, or what are some of the common scenarios? Being over, thank you. You'll deal with those things, and it's common, and it's okay. It is. That's why you have to structure your lifestyle first, and you have to find somebody who supports you in it. No problem. I'm happy I can help. I even have clients I've encouraged. If there's another business coach, another life coach, or even a coach in spirituality, link with them. Don't let my voice be the only voice. Why? The more the merrier. The more the merrier. That's simple. I have a coach in North Carolina. I have a coach in Florida, and I have a coach in Alabama. Oh my gosh, yes, feel free. And I have an exclusive offer for business owners, an exclusive offer. Literally, structuring your business, structuring your finances, structuring your life. It's simple how-to information, but it's information that we don't think about. And you're not the only one. You are not. I deal with it. My clients deal with it. And honestly, every time I deal with something, I end up within less than a week coaching somebody through the same thing. So I realized this thing bigger than me. This is bigger than me. God is using me so I can help us navigate through some things. And the blessing is that I was able to, in my corporate career, I was able to be a branch manager with a single operational team, just myself. So I ran this small building that made over $300,000 a year, and I was in charge of doing it all, from the marketing to the inventory to the this to the that. So if you struggle with operations, please, I can help you. I can help you. And honestly, structuring the operations of your business is how you elevate in your business. So I am so excited, and I definitely look forward to speaking with you. Definitely, because you are killing it, honey. Honey, you are. And honestly, now that I see you on here, I've been watching you my whole time. You were my inspiration. So because of that, oh, I'm honored to help you, to even have a conversation. So I'm so grateful that you said that, and thank you. I'm happy that this could help. And that's all this is about. As I say, there's a recession that we're in, y'all. Let me lower my tone. I feel like I'm yelling because I'm excited. Let me lower my tone. We are in a recession. Gas prices are high. Food prices are high. The income is what it is on these jobs. And speaking from experience, my company told me they were closing in 30 days. They told me at 5 o'clock that night, told the customers 8 o'clock the next morning. So yeah, they had mercy for little old me. Not. So because of that, don't put all your eggs in one basket. Don't do it. And that's why I'm here, simply to spread awareness about that, because I did that. I worked for about 2.5 years to get that promotion. I got called Aretha Franklin. They trying to be all racist with me on a promotional interview. I dealt with all that just to get promoted and lose it in 5 months. I won't do it again. And that's that on that. I won't do it again. So because of that, the folks, I got a sister. She's in HR. It's serving her well. I have a mom, just got a promotion, and she don't get tired when it comes to corporate. I have family. My brother, he's killing it in corporate. However, that wasn't my story. So for the folks and that have the story like me, that's not your story. It's okay. It's okay. I'm here to tell you it's okay. However, now that we know it's okay, align yourself with the folks you need. Align yourself with the folks who will support you in getting to where you want to be. It starts with decision making. Now, all you have to do is make a choice. I have a destiny. My destiny is waiting on me. So because of that, I'm going to do the work. And in you making that simple perspective shift, everything else will fall in line. Handle the hard decisions, take care of the tough problems first, and let the little stuff take care of itself. Let the little stuff take care of itself. I even had to learn that. There were times where, prior to me hiring my assistant, honestly, there were times where I'm managing the household, I'm managing the business, and I'm all over the place. I'm tired, I'm not sleeping, I'm not taking off days, like I wasn't doing right. And instead of me handling the big problem of I need help, I need to delegate, I'm trying to think of how I could clean up faster. So I know for sure I'm not alone in that. I know for sure it's so easy to get caught up in your decision making. And if that happened to me as a life coach, as a business coach, the folks who don't have the awareness, I feel for you. I feel for you. Been there, done that. I feel for you. I've run from entrepreneurship for about 3 years. I ran from it. I paid for an LLC, I know for sure, for a year and sat on it. I did that twice. So in that, I've been there. I've done that. You're not alone, and you're never too far out of alignment in your goal to get back into alignment. So because of that, make the decisions today. Whatever has to go, let it go. Let it go. And trust me, if it ain't meant to go nowhere, it won't. It won't. Because there was times where I'm like, man, I don't know about this business, y'all. Every time I thought that was the case, and I thought, let me figure this out, God's like, nope. Nope. Let me tell y'all. So I always talk about faith and how I learned a hard lesson of activating my faith, knowing that sometimes I have to activate it and turn it on like a light switch. I remember my clientele just got stagnant. It got stagnant. So in that, I'm like, I don't know what to do. So I figured I would Uber or something. Well, back when I was 18, I got a good old misdemeanor that disqualifies me from Ubering. Y'all, when I say that misdemeanor, such a blessing. That misdemeanor is such a blessing. Had it not been for that misdemeanor, I would have been like other entrepreneurs and probably called it quits. So because of that, know that whatever happens to you in your life, it's only meant to get you to your destiny. It's only meant to get you there. However, life serves two purposes depending on your mindset. One of two purposes. You can have a positive perspective and say life is meant to get me to my destiny. Everything is going to equate to me getting to my destiny. Or you can look at it more on the negative side, like, man, this just a distraction. It probably is just a distraction, but it's a distraction that's meant to help you grow. It's a distraction that's meant to support you in making the decisions that equate to growth. I remember there are times where I wanted things. I remember last year, I could name some stuff, and I could name some things that I wanted. And life revealed to me I wanted things I wasn't ready for. So if you don't have it, it's simply because you may not be ready. So get ready. As I always say, plan like you got it till you get it. You want the money, plan for it. Plan for it. Business owners, non-business owners, we all know money make the world go round. What would you do if you had $100,000? Since money makes the world go round, what would you do if you had $100,000? You don't know. Don't show. Okay, y'all, that's my personality. If you know, you know. I ain't going. Okay, but but literally, what would you do if you had $100,000? What would you do? And a lot of times we don't know. So because of that, it's important for us to get control of things. Think about it. Our business owners, you can be a business owner and you not answering the phone for bill collectors. Like, and don't get me wrong, it's a catch-22. I definitely support business owners and making financial risks. I do. However, you got to make the right ones. You have to make those risks from a place of having your finances in some type of order. And in my program, I teach my clients how to structure their finances. My finance curriculum includes investing, saving, budgeting, personal credit. It will eventually. I'm not so privy on sharing the personal and business credit information because if your mindset isn't right, I'm just going to support you in getting it all and losing it all. And that's a waste of both of our time. So in that, I only share the finance information if you're in business coaching or life coaching. If you don't want business coaching or life coaching from me, you don't want my financial resources. I'm not going to give you guys the information just for us to lose it. That's why I took the hard hits. That's why I take hard hits so that others don't have to. So I'm not just giving away the finance coaching information. If you want it, you have to be in life coaching or you have to be in business coaching. And that's just that. However, you can structure your finances. Did you know? Let me tell y'all something. Did you know that you can structure your personal finances and business finances and align them all to where the business pays for the personal? Did you know that? Did you know that that's something I've been doing for about 5 years now, 6 years? Let me do the math for real. Since I started that in 2014. I told you guys I was a licensed cosmetologist, 14, 22. Ooh, y'all, I lied. How long I've been doing this? 8 years. And that's prime example. We all can be sitting on things. We didn't even realize, oh, I've been doing this for this long. I've been literally keeping receipts, filing my taxes, filing certain things on my business taxes So certain things don't come out of my pocket. Why? Because I got the knowledge. Why? Because I made the initial decisions. It starts with decision making. And y'all just witnessed me blow myself away in the fact that I've been filing my own taxes for 8 years, business and personal. So because of that, if that's my story, what's your story? What's your story? You a parent. What's your story? I know you got a story way greater than mine. So because of that, I know you could bounce back way harder than me. So in that, I'm just here to share the information. I'm just here to share the information. I'm here to share the transformation. And I'm here to share how something as simple as decision making, you change your decision making, you will change your whole life. And that's that. You change your decision making, you will change your whole life. It's up to us. It's up to us. It's up to us to set goals. After you set your goals, align your decision making with your goals. Set your goals. Align your decision making with your goals. From there, you taking off. You taking off. That's it. That's all it can do. Last thing, and I promise I'm gonna let y'all go. I could do this all day. That's how much I love it. Honestly, I could do this all day. And I've just recently made really hard decisions to free up my schedule to where I could do this even more. So because of that, if you're new to me, welcome. This is only the beginning. You've missed nothing but the introduction. This is only the beginning. And I know if that's my reality, think about what yours is. Think about what yours is. So in that, I just wanted to spend my evening with y'all, share some transformation from one of my clients. You guys will see me have more conversations like this. I have an interview scheduled with another client for later in the month, so you guys can look forward to that. Last thing. I told my clients, I'm not going to tell y'all all my information. You need more than this, book a session. You need more than this, book a session. But literally, it's important for us to restructure our minds, our thoughts, our thought processes. I was chatting with my clients this morning. We do voice messages. We do it all. Whatever, by any means necessary, we communicate. I was chatting with my client and we were talking about belief. We were talking about belief. And in that, like I say, everything I go through, it's because I'm meant to teach somebody and coach somebody and support somebody through that, right? So my client was struggling with belief, and I gave her insight on belief. Are you aware? Are you at all aware that any disbelief, fear, or doubt lives in the conscious mind? That's the present mind. That's the mind that's here with you right here, right now. However, the subconscious mind, that's the mind when you go into sleep. That's the mind it's there, but it's a little deeper than that. That fear can be surpassed by writing. That fear can be surpassed by writing. You can eliminate that fear by literally making index cards, doing whatever. You can make index cards, you could journal, you can have a physical journal, or you could type, however you choose. However, writing, as you write, you think and you say. So because of that, you're like double whammy type of thing. Like, you killing two birds with one stone, because I'm getting this in my subconscious mind by writing, but also by saying it, and also by thinking it all at the same time. So as we just think about this conversation tonight, as you guys endure your nights and your nightly routines, I encourage you, sit with your belief. Sit with your belief system. And we always say, oh no, entrepreneurship isn't for me. Starting a business isn't for me. It may not be, but you may have a family member who's a business owner and needs some help. Why not let them pay your salary? Mindset, and belief. Mindset and belief. And that's the basis of entrepreneurship. If you can't get your mindset in order, if you can't get your belief in order, finances, business, all of it's going to be complex. All of it. So I encourage you guys, I encourage you guys, structure your lifestyle. Structure your lifestyle. First, set your goals. Set your goals. Then structure your life to support your goals. Structure your finances to support your goals. Structure your business to support your goals. Structure your decision making. That's it. If you can do that, you're on your way. If you need help on how to do that, DM me. DM me. I'm a coach, but I'm a human before anything. And as you guys see, we've had us a good time since what, 6 o'clock? I've been on here an hour and a half. This is what I do on different platforms. I sit in my house, I get dressed, and I enjoy my life as an online business coach, as an online life coach, and I work from my home. And I support other entrepreneurs in doing the exact same thing. And doing the exact same thing based on my life experience, based on my work experience, and based on me packaging them together and offering them publicly. I know you got work experience. I know you got life experience. If I can package it, you can too. But it starts with your belief. And the moment you believe, it'll come to pass. It will, it will. I thank you guys so much for bearing with me and this voice. I've enjoyed entrepreneurship this week. Life as an entrepreneur has been great to me. I went to a Cardinals game, a concert, and had a holiday all in 1 week. So I'm working on this voice. But I thank you guys so much for enjoying this conversation with me, for joining this conversation with me. As I said, this is not the last of me. If you're new to me, welcome. This is only the beginning. I am Cornisha. I am Cornisha. I'm a life coach and a business coach. As I always say, I do it for you guys. I do it for me. I do it for us. So until next time, I will see you guys later. Have a good night. Good